Chase Purdy inside, outside of him, Ty Majeski. We're off and rolling at Kansas Speedway with a Craftsman Truck Series.
Is that Taylor Gray jumping down below the white line?
Once you get past the start-finish line on a start or restart, everything is fair game. No out of bounds at this place.
Look at 3 wide.
Would that take a corner or two to do just that? We talked about it before the race. These guys will not disappoint tonight. He started fading right here.
You can see the sparks.
Yeah, the left front's going low there. Only problem I'm worried about, Phil, is dragging the sway bar off as he gets his way back to the pits. Didn't look like a great deal of contact or damage, but that could have caused some suspension issues for that truck. There it is, bouncing off the wall. It's a pretty good lick, though.
Yeah, it was.
He's in a bit of a bind. When we talked about the speed of the Fords and how it's been a struggle a bit for that group, and they had the speed, qualified well, and then bam, into that outside wall.
Ford winless this season, and one of their best trucks having problems early tonight. Caution for Ty Majeski.
Pretty clean restart right there.
Great push by Zane. You can see he's right on the bumper of that 77. That's going to work.
3 wide before we get to turn 1, just as you predicted, Michael.
Look at that strong run for Eckes off turn 2.
See, Purdy's going to pull down and kind of block the air on the 19 of Eckes.
I'm telling you, this is impressive, being able to go down. We know the preferred lane is up top, but Corey Heim says, I can do it on the bottom. That is a power move.
Zane uses that momentum from the high side to pull back even with Corey.
You can see those seams there in the corner, the darker asphalt. That's seams that these drivers have to use and try to split, if you will, because it can make your truck not handle properly if you hit it at the wrong time. So they'll be looking at that as they race along. But wow, this is it. To the front, that 11.
High level of concentration. We've had 3 different leaders tonight. Was running in the 13th position here.
Ooh, scrubbed it. You saw him get a little bit loose, and wow, is he going to?
He did pretty well,
yeah.
And he's lurking in the booth. He will join us stage 2 tonight.
Yeah, you know what I love about that? He's got his notebook out. He's just watching, talking, figuring all this out. It's been good to have him up here.
Corey Heim takes over middle of the stage, and he's going to win the first stint of the race. It's his 2nd stage win of the year. He's led 18 laps so far tonight. 2nd place, Zane Smith. Eckes is 3rd. Purdy and Honeycutt complete the top 5. We're racing to the green and white checker at lap 60, and they are getting antsy right before we go green.
Off the racetrack onto the apron, 3 wide, just like we expected. Great jump there by Eckes in that 19.
Guys, I think we saw something that I think we're going to see all night. The top really didn't fire off through the restart. I've never seemed to figure it out, and that's going to be a battle what we deal with all day.
Carson, we talked early on about how the draft is so critical with these trucks here at this racetrack.
Yeah, it's huge. You can get past it. It's one thing to pass, it's another thing, or it's one thing to catch, it's another thing to pass. But here, you could get such a big run. You know, a guy goes down to the bottom, you get a little bit of clean air on the top. You get built such a run that the draft is just double, and you could just get a huge run down into 1, especially 2. That's really where you're going to see a lot of passes. The most frustrating part is when you're the guy in 4th and they take all 3 lanes. So that part is the battle, but there's just so many options here that you could just get clean air and you can get around.
Did you see that? Moffitt inside, just about got away from him, racing Sanchez for position.
Yeah, I think Nick Sanchez helped that situation, helped him get loose down there.
Connor Mozak, I'm impressed with this kid. You mentioned it, Phil, got that big ARCA race win earlier, but this is speed. This is a good run for him. I think Zane heard what I said about Heim, that he was coming, and he took off. Now he's lit it up now, and he changed that line a little bit, maybe running in 1 and 2 on that seam.
You know, 4 times this year, a driver is swept stage 1 and stage 2. It's not going to happen tonight. Stage 1 goes to Corey Heim. He's going to be 2nd in this 2nd stage of the race. Give the win to Zane Smith. It's his 4th stage win here at Kansas Speedway. Heim in front of Eckes, Honeycutt and Purdy complete the top 5.
Zane Smith, your stage 2 winner, said the truck was just a little bit numb. He said the adjustments after stage 1 were in the right direction. They're going to have more of that on this next adjustment. And for the 11 of Corey Heim, that last run said just too free. It needs to be tightened up more than he was.
Sun's going down, Adam. It's going to get right.
And the track could go through a bit of a transformation here. Front row for the restart final stage. Christian Eckes, Corey Heim. We're green again at Kansas.
Nice push by Sanchez in that 2 truck.
Look at him off the racetrack, 4 wide. Craziness.
Orange and black truck 17, Taylor Gray. 43's Daniel Dye as Eckes jumps out front.
Eckes, a lot of options here.
Oh,
not sure where to drop.
What a mess that was. Looked like Brett Moffitt went up the hill a little bit. Wasn't clear. Made some contact, but everybody shuffled through it. And here comes Zane Smith in the 91.
What a great battle up. Ooh, you saw Zane. You saw the fire come out of the exhaust pipes. Had to back off. Eckes was going to squeeze him into the outside wall.
Little crossover there. Start finish line. Corey Heim goes back to the front.
How about Caden Honeycutt? The 45 truck drives to 2nd.
But here he is, 6th in the running order as we hit the halfway point.
There goes Eckes. Here comes Zane. What a battle.
This is the toughest spot, right? Because you're not sure if you're 100% supposed to let your teammate go. You don't know which one of you is faster, as Zane's going to cross him back over and try to get back another spot.
I think that was a byproduct of the draft for Christian Eckes. Being able to use that draft to get by Zane. Now
rubber comes off that tire. It'll definitely be the caution. He was running in the 9th position, and now you see issues as he comes to pit road.
Hasn't finished out of the top 10 since Daytona, Adam, as you mentioned earlier. But this one's going to hurt right here.
You know, this is tough because all 5 of the Tricon Toyotas were running inside the top 12 before the right front issue for Taylor Gray.
Of steel.
There it is, scraping the wall. Man, just slight contact, Phil, and that's going to take that top 10 streak you spoke of.
Tonight would be his 23rd top 10 in the last 24 races.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
There's Dean Thompson battling with Bailey Curry. Daniel Dye looking on. This is all inside the top 10. Daniel's liking them battling. He can charge up there and try to grab 9th away from Curry.
You got Dean Thompson to draft off of on the bottom of the racetrack. Not quite able to clear Curry.
Oh, Curry's pushing though.
Oh, he got him now.
He had to lift out of the gas. That tells you why that 41 truck is fading. Really tight. Couldn't keep that truck down as he exited turn 4.
11 truck strong tonight. Corey Heim hits him right between the eyes, leads 79 laps, and gets his 2nd win of the year.